What's up, guys? Welcome to my BAYLINER 3055 1993. As you can see, it is a work in progress. Looking forward to this. Been getting stuck into it now for the last few weeks. Because of where we're living, we have limited garage shed space, so it's also become a bit of a storage facility for now. But the boat has really good bones. Was a runner when I bought it, and now I'm starting to just work on the interior and work my way up through the helm and do all this other sort of stuff. So today I'm going to install a driven subwoofer to match the JVC driven speakers 6x9s in there. I'm going to remove those two. Here's my light ring that I was talking about before. Now the other amplifier I was going to fit directly in front of me there under the table, but now I may have to fit it around there on the side of that cabinet just because it doesn't fit. But underneath here on these boats there is a ton of storage, and down here underneath my coffee machine there's a jump seat. This whole seat here removes. Once that seat removes, I'm going to be fitting the JVC with the light ring and having a demo, and then over the next couple of weeks I'll be wiring up Sony Explode 600 watt 4 channel. That'll be mounted in here too. I painted it up so it can become a wall ornament because that's just what I like. So we'll get going, see how we go, eh? Alright, just gone 7 PM, but what a mission. I fitted the sub, but yeah, there was right into a sort of, it teed off into a bulkhead sort of a deal, so I had to, like, yeah, cut that out and then just take enough out for the sub. Dropping everything all over the floor here. This is good fiberglass ply. Look how thick that fiberglass is on there. Good 3 or 4 mils. People go on about BAYLINERs being cheap and rubbish. Don't believe them. Right, so the subwoofer is in. I pulled the driven out, the speaker 6x9, because I'm doing the same thing here around the back of the 6x9 here, and then I'm running more wires over there, and then I'm going to run them out down there and out there, and eventually they're all going to be either around the speakers or just hidden away nicely so as they give off a real nice hue at night. So I can give you a demo. I know it's only a subwoofer, but I've also took the microwave out, took the bench out, moved everything, and did the very best I could to run the wires in a hidden manner. And boy, I tell you what, I got further than I thought I would. So I got that sub done. There's another 600mm strip which will do that 6x9 over there, just under there by the sub. I'll have to join the wiring there and then run another lot up there. That's fine. But then I've got a 600mm strip here. Once I've got light diffusers made, my speaker surrounds, then I'm going to run this other strip here which is 900mm or 3 feet. That tucks right up under here, which is going to be great, because way up under here, by the time the light comes down, you won't see the dots. I won't need to diffuse that at all. It'll just look really cool. So yeah, I'll plug it in and we'll have a quick demo of. There's no remote or anything, so I'll just put this down for a sec. Plugging it in. So there we go. There's the sub. And of course this will go to music as well, and you can have it set to anything. Right now it's just running through a nice fade, so we're getting all the colours. Up here, that's where the speaker, you know, they're all going to be doing the same thing. And then of course this one here, which is just yet to be put up there. I don't trust the 3M tape. I wish I could say I did trust the 3M tape, but I really don't. I just don't think that it's strong enough. I think it just falls down. Anyway, it's late. My battery's low. But, got it done. At least. It's not wired in yet, as in working, but I'm going to mount my amp up there because I've already made a mistake and tried to mount a TV there. Big holes in the vinyl. Stupid boy. Yeah, I'll mount my amp there, I think, and then run the wiring back. But yeah, all in all, I'm happy with that. And of course, we're not even really going to seal that much of it, because if I put the jump seat back in, you're only going to see it. Excuse the one-handed filming here. Dust! Right. So when the jump seat goes in, you're only going to see it, barely, under there. Just glowing, just nicely. This is what I've been up to. Slowing me down. Very annoying. Where are we? There we go. Using the wee soldering pieces and joining together the stuff that is so tiny. And I'm just trying to make lengths of wire so I can join all my LEDs together that run along there. And there my light rings, and then I've got to run pretty much from there down underneath the berth and join onto a wire there. So yeah, take it a lot longer than I thought, but I figured that I would see how we go, and I'm going to try out this piece of amazing, apparently, if it does what it says it was supposed to do, this shrink tube will shrink down to sort of 4 millimeters or so. So bear with me. I'm going to slide it on here. We're going to put it to the test. So here we have this bit of shrink tube, and I'm just going to slip it over my join. Get the heat gun. I need to fix my tripod. I'm going to try and shrink this piece here, but I can't do it because I haven't got 4 hands. Stand by. Well, I think we could call that a success, provided it, I mean, it certainly shrunk down. Still feels a little bit loose, but it's quite hot. I don't want to melt my wiring that I've done, but yeah, I think we might be alright. Just a little bit there I'm a wee bit concerned about, and it was a bit like that on the other side as well. Anywho, we'll see what happens when we wire everything up. Cool. Alright. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, and everyone's looking forward to the new year. Hopefully it's going to bring better things than 2021 did. Currently New Year's Eve, about 3 in the afternoon here. So this is where I'm at. I'm about to run some LED channel around my speaker rings here, which I've wired through, and then I'm going to run a bit of LED channel up the side there. You can see it there on the window. It's going to sit down behind that padding. So that padding will be sitting out an extra, I don't know, 20 mil, but there'll be an LED light channel there. And then all around the seat, even when it drops down on that angle there, and all along the back, it's just below the seat height, I'm going to run an LED strip as well. And then all the way along the bottom here, you can see that I've just fitted through here, through the fishing line on the seating. So that's where I'm up to, and I managed to get all the LEDs hooked up and running on the same upstairs QR code power box. So I've just got to download the QR code. The last one that I was hooking up the other night, I was up here till midnight, was that speaker there, and the light won't go. I've tested it with my circuit tester. It shows it's got circuit all the way up to the LED. So what I'm planning on doing today is I've made some channel up here. I'll just scoot under the light wire. What I did was I went to the local hardware houseware store, bought some more cutting board, sanded up the top part that's going to be seen, sanded the rest off, and then I already had some leftover acrylic, not quite plexiglass. It's opaque, but it will shine light through, but that's not really the point. And I've made up channel by just screwing my stainless screws through So basically the light will fit in between here, but it's going to be behind the seats, and I'm going to glue it along the fiberglass. I don't want to put any holes or anything like that to attach it, so it's just going to be contact glued along the top behind the seat, so contact glue only. And then that means I can, if anything goes wrong with the light, I can just pull these bottom screws out and the bottom will drop away, and I'll be able to access the bit of LED lighting. So it comes through there, up above, and it goes around and down, and then it drops down and goes underneath the seat along there facing downwards. And of course my sub, that's all wired into the same one, and then that speaker, and then that part there. Of course I'll be adding more to the dash, and the interior's got a bit going on there too. I haven't scanned the code yet, and 2 of them are on a infrared, so the starboard side of the boat is infrared remote, and the rest of it is going to be cell phone. So it'll be interesting, but we'll just see what happens. I may rewire it all to the Bluetooth connection, and that way I should have the same lights doing the same things. So I'll plug them in, and this is by no means where they're going to sit. As you can see, they're just going through the account at the moment. I haven't even loaded it onto my Bluetooth, but they're all doing the same thing. So you go along this side of the panel here, across, of course it's down on the ground there at the moment, but it comes through up here. Just behind here there's a wire that I've had to fill. Once everything's in, it'll run along here and drop down the channel like this. And they're all going except for that one coming out of the speaker hole there. So I'm planning on buying more to do a little more on the dash and a few other bits and bobs, so I may very well hook up to that one if I can't get any power to this one. But it's odd. Anyway, I will carry on. Alright, day 2, evening. You're only going to see this strip here. You're not going to see the face that's lighting up. That will go along the back of the seats, and that's how I've cheated my seat pleats. You will see that later on, I'll show you. So it shines up pretty good. Not quite long enough, which is a bit annoying, but I guess I can always add another piece at another stage sometime. So tomorrow I'm doing the helm, pretty much the same as that, down the same side as the helm. And then of course I've got the speakers. I've got to rewire this. I decided to have another crack at this with a bit of new cable and just see if there's any broken wires anywhere. But anyway, progress report. Tedious, slow. Yes, I'm going to seal it all at the top, and the bottom row of screws, drop the bottom out, and that way you'll just be able to move the seat and drop the LED out and replace it if it needs to be replaced at any time it shorts out. But it will be watertight from the top down. I'm going to bore drain holes in the channel so that when the water comes over the windshield, when we take away, it will run off. But any moisture that does get inside, these are already waterproof, but I'm hoping that it will run inside and then of course shoot out the holes or out the back or whatever. The boat's going to be up on an angle more than it's going to be level, unless we're at anchor, I suppose. I don't really know. So yeah, but that is where we're at for now.